Hello, everybody. It is Saturday night. It's 8 o'clock. Or no, it's Sunday night. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
it's Sunday.
Wow. I botched that opening already. It's Sunday night. It's 8 o'clock. My name's Wayne Campbell. I'm your excellent host. Party on, everybody. No, anyway, this is Starlight Beacon Transmissions. Tonight, I am joined by a bunch of uh, content creators, people that I call my friends, and we are going to geek out about Galaxy's Edge tonight. So, joining me, I've got Faye, I've got Allie, I've got Catrina, I've got Lauren, I've got Brandon. But actually, there's a twist tonight. We're not talking about
Oh,
Galaxy's Edge. We're going to talk about Country Bear Jamboree instead.
Heck
oh,
yeah.
I'm
I
down.
love
Let's do it.
Hey, there we go.
how aggressively Southern would you like me to get here?
No, why there's blood everywhere. We never found out.
Never.
No, never.
Blood on the water, blood on the floor.
Yeah. Yeah, Country Bear Jamboree. I'm sorry. No, we're talking Galaxy's Edge tonight. We're going to be talking about all things Galaxy's Edge. We're going to talk about in-world lore. We're going to talk about Batu during the High Republic. We're going to talk about the importance of Vi Murati, who's one of our favorite characters. We're going to talk about Ronto Raps, Oga's Cantina, Rise of the Resistance, Smuggler's Run, lightsaber building, droid building, bounty hunting, because I know Allie is a member of the Bounty Hunters Guild now. We're going to talk about the data pad. We're going to talk about it all. But before we dive into that, we have a couple of announcements. No live show next week, as I am heading to Batu on Friday. So, well, heading to Disney World on Friday on the train. And then, so 13th, no live show. Our next live show will be the 21st, where Faye and I will be talking about their experiences at Dragon Con, which is going to be fun.
There will be video.
There will be video. Well, I remember after our live show last week, you got into voice chat and you were waiting in line for a party.
Yeah,
I
I
remember
was
that. Yeah.
in line for the last party at Alderaan,
Yeah. 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 That was pretty cool.
which is false advertising. It happens every year.
Well, then there we go. So yes, our next live show will be the 21st. We're going to do that at 8 p.m. Next up, get your tickets to Farpoint 2026, which happens at the end of January. It's January 30th through February 1st. However, I'm going to be missing February 1st because I'm heading back to Florida to ride Dinosaur one more time. So that's going to be fun. And finally, our RPG is coming back in October. We are finally about to lock down the dates for that. So we are getting, and the cast will be revealed very, very soon. However, 3 people in this stream are part of the cast. Who are they? Who is it? We don't know.
Dun dun dun.
Dun, dun,
Dun,
dun.
dun, dun. All right. So yes, news, don't really have any. It's quite a week for Star Wars, except Starfighter is filming, which
Yep.
we cool with that? We excited about that?
I'm so
Yeah.
excited.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Excited when they come out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
excited to see it come out. I think it will be fun. I mean, Gosling hasn't really disappointed.
No.
No, and I'm really excited to see what they do with Amy Adams.
Yeah. I find it. Oh, well, Aaron Pierre's in there too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we have a former Lois Lane and a current Jon Stewart joining Star Wars.
And
I'm really
Ken.
hopeful that the main character's name is Bruce Starfighter, and I'm really holding on to that. So
Starfighter, that would be amazing.
my new Star Wars OC, Bruce Starfighter.
There's no name that could be worse than Tim with 2 M's.
I'm with you. Yes.
Very true.
Yeah. So that is filming. Any other Star Wars news? Not that I can see right now. Like I said, pretty quiet. Oh, Andor did win a couple of technical Emmys last night.
Yes. including fantasy and sci-fi costume design, which was great to see.
Yeah, well deserved.
Yes. Oh yeah,
Yes.
very well
Oh, yeah.
deserved. So there is, I had one issue with last night, and that was Alan Tudyk should have won for voiceover
Mm.
instead of
I-
Julie Andrews.
I also feel like Andor should have been able to win like best original song over
Yeah.
The Boys because
Oh, did the boys win for Put the Christ Back in Christmas?
Yes.
the Boys won for Put the Christ Back in Christmas, but I feel like it should have gone to We Are the Gore for
Yeah.
various
Yeah.
reasons, including it is so hard to write lyrics for a conlang in general, like
hmm
because you have to decide how the rhyming structure works and stuff like that. And
I will say this. I mean, we Are the Gore would have been great to see win. However, I am pretty happy with Put Christ Back in Christmas. for
Me
the
too. I
boys.
have it on my Christmas playlist. They're actually coming to Orlando next month to do the ice skating show, and like the tickets, you can't even find them anywhere. Like, they're sold
Wow.
out.
oh wow,
I
Amazing.
really want to see that.
That's amazing. That's one of my favorite scenes in all of the boys. Just that whole
Mhm.
sequence.
It's just so
Where-
good.
It really is. It did get costuming, which is great. I'm still bummed about acting nods. This thing should have gotten acting nods.
it should have, but generally genre acting tends to have like a lower prestige in a lot of award shows, so I understand why it didn't. It
Mhm.
should have, but because it's genre and it's franchise film, it's not gonna. It typically does not wow the judges as we
Yeah.
typically.
A lot of people are saying that it looks like because they're talking about drama, like best drama.
Mhm.
Looks like Severance is probably going to take it this year.
That
Mm.
doesn't surprise me.
No, it doesn't
Yeah.
surprise me either. And honestly, I'd pick Andor over Severance because I just think Severance is just okay. Like I don't think it's good. It's good. I don't think it's that amazing.
I
but-
think Andor was definitely better than Severance.
Oh, yeah, me
Severance
too.
is just different, and people are like, "Oh, another Star Wars show."
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I feel out of touch. I haven't seen The Boys or Severance.
You should see the boys. Boys,
The
are
Boys
my
is great.
favorite.
The Boys is like up there on like critical of superheroes. I would
Mhm.
also say like I think To Be Hero X beats it a little bit for me personally, but that's partially because of the really fascinating blend of animation styles that
Mhm.
somehow manages to fit the stylistic changes with the themes. If you have not watched To Be Hero X, the finale comes out next week, and it's gonna be great.
Nice. Yeah, I'll check that out. Also, we are very close to the new Lego Star Wars special. So
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
that's-
We got a look at Revan this week.
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
The Lego special and Sith Obi-Wan, which was great. I'm very very excited for those two. And it also, as the resident Asajj Ventress CEO, I'm very interested in whatever she's doing because Nika Futterman is on the cast list as Ventress, and I'm like, is she going to be a normal Ventress? Is she going to be a Jedi Ventress? Is she going to be a Brickhead Ventress? I personally hope that she's on whatever pirate crew Pirate Queen Amidala is leading. So that's my stake in this.
I'd love that and Maz Kanata like on the
Mm.
same team. Like I think that
Yes.
that would be
Oh.
great.
That would be so cool.
Yeah.
I just want live action Asajj Ventress.
Yes.
Yes.
I want Dark
Yes.
Disciple. That's what I want to see that on the
Mhm.
big screen. That's my
Yeah.
favorite.
Yeah.
We got a little bit of that, which I
Yeah.
was really happy about. Like
I like jumped off my couch.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
The burial scene, oh my gosh, I screamed.
I did
I-
the Once Upon a Time in Hollywood point.
I watched it
Yeah.
at my sister's apartment because I finally sat down and watched it while I was in Atlanta. And my poor sister was grading papers next to me. I was like, why is the couch shaking?
I got screeners from Disney, which you're not allowed to show to anybody else, of course. So like my boyfriend had to be in another room of the house, and like he heard me like screaming as soon as the episode like started, and he like poked his head in to make sure I was fine, but I was not fine.
No.
All right. So that's it for the news. We're excited about Starfighter. We are excited about Andor possibly winning some nominations or winning some awards next weekend at the Emmys.
Mhm.
We will see what happens. If they can pull up the upset, that would be amazing.
It would.
Yeah.
They could pull that off. All right, let's get to our main topic, which is Country Bear Jamboree.
Let's go.
Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Can you believe it's been 6 years?
No.
No.
I mean, I can and I can't because I
Yeah.
can't. I remember every Christmas when the Osborne lights aren't there. That's when it reminds me of how long it's been around. But now I feel like it was always been there.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I feel like we've all lived like 8 lifetimes since
Yeah.
Galaxy's Edge opened, and so
That is
that's
true.
also
Yeah.
such a contributing factor. Because man, what a
Oh.
Roller
Yeah.
coaster we've been on.
yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy how well, Katrina, out of all of us, you were the first one out of this group. You were the first one there because you went
Mhm.
to Anaheim's first.
Yeah, I was at
Yeah.
cast previews in
Yeah.
in
Oh,
Anaheim.
yeah.
Yeah, I was very lucky because I got to do cast previews and I got to do the public opening day. And yeah, and they were just it was just such a cool experience getting to go in there and somewhere in their archives, the Walt Disney Company has like footage of me like turning the corner and immediately starting to cry when I saw the Millennium Falcon for the first time.
Oh.
And I like signed off on that, so who knows? But but it was amazing. Like I was very lucky to be there in the first place and getting to explore it so early and with such a small group of people, and watching their faces like light up the way mine did. It's just it's always a special experience when you're reminded that Star Wars fandom is actually like awesome and full of amazing people, you know? So
Let's actually go around and talk about Katrina. I love that you talked about your reaction to seeing the Falcon for the first time. I'd love to hear everybody else's reaction to seeing the Falcon for the first time. We'll go with Brandon, Lauren, and then we'll go Allie, and then we'll go from there.
Well, Galaxy's Edge in Disney World is the main reason I moved to Florida. I'm not originally from Florida. I'm from Philadelphia.
Oh,
And
wow.
When I found out that Galaxy's Edge was opening, it was at a time that I was really just getting back into Star Wars.
Mhm.
I was in it when I was younger because my cousin was really into it, and he has autism, and it was pretty much like the only thing that you could talk to him about that he would want to talk about. So you kind of just met him where he was at. And I got really into it, but then like as I got older and started to do sports and stuff like that, I kind of like Star Wars kind of was like Woody got thrown in the trash.
That was really sad.
I had to come back
Very
to
sad.
it, and then I started to come back to it, and when I found out it was opening, we immediately booked tickets. And we came down, and that immediately like stuck in my head that like I want to come back to here as often as I can.
Yeah.
I want to experience this with all different kind of people. I made a new buddy in this content creating community. His channel is Star Wars Nerd. And the day before we host a panel at Ocala Comic-Con, I will be taking him to Galaxy's Edge for the first time the day before that. So he's going to be able to experience that for the first time because he's never been able to go. And I talked a little bit about it before we started recording. There are some days I don't appreciate it because I've been over 100 times because I used to live so close to the parks. But now, like, not getting to go to the parks as often because I live in North Florida now, I have a better appreciation for it. And like, I mean, behind me, like all these droids here, they're all from Galaxy's Edge, every single one. Like I remember building BB-8 and R2-D2. I remember like buying the Sith Wayfinder like the day it came out. Like all these different like all these different things. Like when they used, I don't know if they still sell them, but they have these rocks like that had like quotes on the back of them.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So like I pretty much went there and just tried to collect every single thing that I could because I thought it was amazing. So
Mhm.
I'm very excited to go back soon, and especially
Mm.
with a new friend and show him the
Yeah.
intricacies of it.
Yeah. That's a great story. I love it. Lauren.
So I'm actually a very late bloomer. I jumped on the bandwagon because I live 30 minutes from the parks, and we're watching the fireworks at Hollywood Studios after, I was there the last night they did Osborne Lights. Like my friend and
Oh.
I are sniffing as we had the kids with us, and it was so sad the way they did it. They go, now it's time to say goodbye, and they turned off the buildings like one by one. And like I used to go and not even look at the lights, I would look at my kids' reactions. So I had very mixed emotions when this was going away. And so I looked at my oldest at the time, she was probably 12 then, and we're watching fireworks and Vader's on there. And I'm like, Vader's doing nothing for me. I like getting emotional at Disney. So I'm like, we're going to have to watch these movies or we're not going to be able to enjoy this park. So we watched all the movies and those were fun. It made the parks more fun. But then COVID happened and then I started a podcast. And my co-host is like, no, you need to watch the cartoons. No, you need to read the comics. You need to read the books. And the next thing I know, by the time Obi-Wan Kenobi comes out, I'm crying watching the scene with Vader, Anakin, and Obi-Wan Kenobi. So my first time, I thought it was amazing. It was very immersive. It was very impressive, but it didn't move me the way, like, after I watched the cartoons, I then went back. And now I've done, like, May the 4th there is so cool. Like, that is, like, because you see people dressed up. It's like I tell everybody, if you ever want to be like immersed, like this is, especially now that the hotel is gone, which I never did because I mean it would have been amazing, but it was pricey.
Oh yeah.
But so now it's like I still enjoy going there, and like when I go to Hollywood Studios, it's like outside of Baseline, I just want to be at Galaxy's Edge for the most part. And I mean, I love it every time I go to the cantina. It's still fun. We were talking before. There are times where I have to remind myself, like, you are very lucky that you just get to come here for a couple hours and then go home. But I always have a lot of fun. And like, I never would have thought I'd end up spending over $200 on a lightsaber. And I remember the night before, my husband's like, "What's so special about this lightsaber?" Because he's never watched Star Wars other than the 20 minutes of A New Hope. I made him watch, and then he fell asleep. And I told him, I go, it's because you can chop somebody's legs off and it immediately cauterizes their wounds, whereas the other lightsabers, it doesn't do that. And then he just walked away from me. But he's at least supported. Like for Mother's Day, he bought me he went to Barnes & Noble and asked somebody, what's a good Star Wars book I could buy her? So he's been supportive. But I'm still a new fan, but I really jumped in. And I have my co-host Matt to thank for that. And I guess I have COVID to thank for that. And Disney.
Yeah, I mean that's awesome. That's a great story. Like I love that. And new fans and old fans, it doesn't matter. Fans are still fans. Like it's great. Like
I mean, my mom cried when I was younger, but it just didn't work. Now she's so happy that I came around.
All right, let's go with. Actually, we're gonna go with we'll go with Catrina, then we'll go with Allie.
Oh, yeah.
Oh wait, no, you already did.
Yeah.
Sorry, Allie.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Wow. Okay. Great. So it is really weird for me because nowadays I'm there like five of the 7 days of the week. Honestly, I pretty much live there. It's literally like a second home. Honestly, like to the point that they literally will like make fun of me there for how much I'm there. They're like, "Why are you still here today?" I'm like, "Oh, I just live here, I guess." But
Don't we all?
because like, even though I was a fan from like super little kid, I didn't go for the first time until like August of 2023. So I just sat there for years being like, I want to go, but it wasn't happening. My family didn't have the money. And I just kept hoping that my family would finally go. And that's what triggered it, was getting into my first Disney college program there, because they were like, okay, impromptu Disney trip because Allie's going to Disney soon. So I finally got to experience it, and it was just so amazing to experience for the first time, especially because like I'd done all I could during those like 4 or whatever years, like watching every YouTube video, like listening to every podcast, just like sucking it in as much as I could. But being there was so surreal, especially knowing I was like going to move to Florida and like work for the company. Like it hit even more than it already did. And I'm still so grateful every day that I not only get to like go there for fun whenever I want, but I also get to work there, and it is the most surreal, cool experience. And yeah, I think it's so amazing that that it's basically like a 15-minute drive from me. But yeah, it's just so surreal to, like you said, it's like seeing the Falcon for the first time, getting to like just sit there and like breathe and like take it in, because that's what I've been doing like a lot more recently, because like obviously I've spent so many days there. So like even just like getting to, like you said, we talk about data pad later, just doing like the most niche random things there because I've been there so much is so cool.
That's awesome. That's really cool. Faye, you actually haven't been yet.
I haven't been yet. No, I've mostly been trying to like subsist off of the like Galaxy's Edge books, that sort of thing. My best friend though was actually at one of the taste tests they did with the like with the crowds before Galaxy's Edge was even like ready to open. So at one point I had mentioned like, oh yeah, for Star Wars Celebration in London, I was going to do like a whole Star Wars dinner party with dishes from the Galaxy's Edge cookbooks. And they immediately went, there is a dish that was like given to us during this taste test that I have been haunted by. It was like a fruit parfait with mango popping pearls. And it's not in any of the cookbooks I have, but I need to find a way to replicate it because my best friend has been hunting it for years.
Nice. Nice. We'll have to find that. We'll have to find that. And we have to take you to Galaxy's Edge. We got to get you there. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
I sure wish I could like paint myself green and go, because that would be the funniest way to do it. But
yeah. Yeah, I remember the first time I went. My first time I went was in September of 19, and it was right after my wife and I got married. We went on our honeymoon, and we had a Star Wars wedding with like a 501st escort, all that stuff. Like,
Wow.
Awesome.
yeah,
that's adorable.
yeah. And then we decided for our honeymoon we were going to go to to Disney for our Disney World for our honeymoon. So we stayed at Caribbean Beach Resort, and we went to Hollywood Studios, and I will never forget the first time we both saw the Falcon, because we both just started crying. Like, it's so cool to see. Like, you walk up those stairs and you just see it right there. Like, oh, it's I'm just thinking about it now. It's awesome. It's an incredible feeling. And Allie, I loved how you talked about just sitting there and just like listening to the sounds and just looking at all the architecture, and it's so cool. It's so neat. And Catrina, your videos from Galaxy's Edge, like, I wish we could all have apartments there. Like, seriously.
Same. I
wish
always
we lived
joke
there.
when I'm in the marketplace. I'm just like, I wonder what these places cost, what they go for, because I would like I'd live in a little shoebox apartment in Galaxy's Edge if I could. Like my favorite times there have been a lot like Allie, where it's like I'm kind of doing a little bit of nothing, like maybe some small tasks, but I just like to just sit down by like Ronto's and listen to the broadcast, or people watch, or I've been lucky enough to get to work from the parks before, where I could just bring my laptop and pop up on one of the tables after getting a Ronto wrap and just take it in. And it's one of those spots that I would say is like you could spend all day in Galaxy's Edge if you were a Star Wars fan. Like, and you could do that several days in a row. Like, this is not just an area that you like walk through, get your rides done, and then leave. Like, it is it's alive in a really special way.
Yeah.
So.
I like to get a beer and just sit all the way in that corner by the Millennium Falcon where nobody's at, And like I'll let
Yeah.
my kids just beat the crap out of each other with lightsabers, but they're not near anybody.
Yeah.
Well, and we went to California, and for one, it was surreal how similar they are. I'm like, this is
Yeah.
creepy.
Mhm.
But you can't get a beer and walk around there. So I was like, as soon as I got home and we went to Hollywood Studios, because it's like I just wanted to get that lager and just sit there and just
Mhm.
enjoy. Also, the
Mhm.
coffee's delicious. The calf with the Cocoa Puffs.
Yes. Oh, the
Ooh.
black calf.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
good.
Um,
Yeah.
Also, the breakfast Ronto wrap is amazing too.
I still
That's-
haven't had that.
That's really my go-to for like a long park day. If you know that like you're not gonna have a proper meal until like at least dinner, like that Ronto wrap is like packed with protein because it's
Oh,
got
it really
eggs,
is.
it's got the little sausage, whatever. It's
Mhm.
great. Yeah.
The food in
Ronto
general is
wraps-
pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It,
Yeah, go ahead.
It's I have cooked food for professional chefs from the Star Wars cookbooks, and they've turned out well enough that I am trusted in their kitchens.
That's impressive.
I will not lie. I did live for like a week off of Ronto wraps because I just made so much of the filling.
Mm,
So good.
the filling is really good, and I'm
Have
not a
you-
fan of slaw, but I love that slaw.
Have you found, Faye? Because I know that the Ronto wrap in the cookbook is different from the one at the parks. Did you find the parks recipe too?
I have found the Parks recipe, and then I
Okay.
just kind of tweaked between the two of them because, yeah, the one from the books is like a super sweet because it's
Yeah.
tomato. I tweaked it, and especially because I have a really like thriving local Mediterranean cooking community. I have like some really good tahini sources, and
That's great. Yeah.
I'm getting
Um,
hungry.
yeah.
Same.
I love how you mentioned the drinks, Lauren, because it is nice just sitting there with that beer or that blue milk or that green milk or going into Oga's. Like, I love that you mentioned Oga's because that place is awesome. Like, that place is so freaking cool. And it's my boy DJ Rex. Like, how can you not love my boy DJ Rex? Like, that dude is. And the drinks are fantastic.
Hmm.
I want to try to like start a fight there to see what happens.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
Well, I mean,
From
that's
a
one of
cast
the.
member, please don't be doing that. Please.
No.
don't.
Well, one of the
no.
things that we were promised that I hope one day that maybe we get are some more like Batuan locals, like
Yes.
walk around local characters, because
Mm.
that was part of the deal originally for Oga's was that you're going to get harassed by bounty hunters or things like
Yeah.
that, and I know that didn't pan out immediately, but like I'm hoping that what was his name, Josh Diamaro,
Yeah.
when the Galactic Star Cruiser closed, he said there are a lot of things that we learned that we want to like apply to the rest of the parks. So like
Yeah.
that sort of gives me hope that like we're going to get more immersive interactions like that, because that's
Right.
what really makes that land special.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're from like an entertainment perspective. I can't obviously like
yeah.
I have a job.
No.
But like this is public knowledge. That is a big reason why like we had so much roaming with the Cool Kids Summer we just had is because they are kind of really, I feel like, trying to test the waters a lot more in terms of those like more free roaming interactions.
Yeah.
To see how guests will handle it and like slowly try to condition guests more to like handling those types of interactions.
Yeah. Because
Right.
so during those interactions, because you both brought up a great point. Like, is it like first order troopers going into Oga's and like you said, like Vi heading into like Droid Depot or something like that? Like, has that been happening like more and more?
Yeah, we do have like interactions with troopers and Ogas, and Vi will go into Ogas, and then occasionally, like you said, they can pop into those different areas.
Okay.
I don't know if that was a thing before I worked there, but it has been a thing while I worked there. And
It wasn't during COVID.
No.
Okay.
No,
Yeah.
no.
It is currently, at least at
Yeah.
Florida.
Yeah.
But like even like you said, like I feel like they could even expand on that, like you said, though, because like I said, like the Cool Kids Summer is like broad beyond just Edge, is with all this roaming, like the pop-ups at MK and all that that's been going on. I want to believe that they're gonna be maybe bringing more of that towards Edge, or even just Hollywood in general. Like our park is undergoing a lot of change right now. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
So,
It's hard when Din Djarin comes out and immediately gets attacked.
yeah.
It's like we've only seen him wandering around one time ever. Other than that, he's just
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think, and it's so much different at the Florida parks too, because your crowds are like 3 times bigger than
Yeah.
California.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
like
Mhm.
Din
and
still
also
gets a little swarmed,
California-
but yeah.
California's also a lot of locals. We talk about that a lot.
Yeah.
How
Yeah, no,
California is
that's
so
true.
local based, whereas here we have a lot of more tourists. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I'm just gonna say, like when you said when you talked about like Din Djarin and like Boba Fett and them showing up, like it makes a little more sense for California because it is a smaller park
Mhm.
and everything. I feel like it's still pretty cool with Walt Disney World, but like it's a little jarring in a way because like you're set in the sequel trilogy
Yeah.
and Galaxy's Edge. And like I get why they like want to do more sequel trilogy there because they did have the Star Cruiser. Like
Mhm.
that, like I get like why they went that route. It just, to me, it just needs to feel natural. But like Allie, you were talking to me about like how they put like Din like in a corner that's
Yeah.
like kind of away from like the story elements of Galaxy's Edge.
So I know here on the West Coast they're sort of relegated to like Ahsoka. They can basically go as far as the Millennium Falcon and
Okay.
through the marketplace, and that's it. Like unless you're Rey or you're Kylo, then you can go around the Resistance base and like the First Order area. But like the OT era characters have to stay within certain parameters.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because it was weird seeing like Cassian like in some of those videos during Season of the Forest because I'm like, yeah, but it kind of makes sense. Like I feel like he would be on Batuu at some point, like in his travels.
Yeah.
Which is like the confusing, I don't know if we're going to talk about this at all tonight, but which is the confusing thing about them adding Din to smugglers because they're so specific at our park currently about who can go where. And I'm like, guess we don't really care about that anymore. Okay.
Yeah.
But I'm wondering does that mean he's gonna have some access to the Millennium Falcon in the movie? Like, like maybe there's just stuff we don't know because I didn't really get that either. I get Star Tours, like do whatever you want with Star Tours. Like I love all the changes, and we go on Star Tours every time. It's fantastic. But I don't know. But it's kind of one of those things like, well, I'm not going to question it until it happens because I questioned Chris Evans getting cast as Captain America, so I keep my opinions to myself now. I'm like, he's the torch. He can't be Cap.
I do have like a general like working like a little behind the scenes question regarding like just being a cast member at very interactive parks like this, because I was a member of the cast of the Norman Medieval Fair, so like we had to think about this too because all of us were performers and I was a street performer, so I was like the first person that most people would interact with. Do you basically have like levels of lore that like your people can unlock as they interact with you? Because we had that and it was very fun. I had beef with Prince John of God.
I'm gonna tiptoe around. I don't comedy, Mickey. I'm just sharing. I will be very like broad about it.
No, that
we
that's
don't
fine.
like. It's not necessarily like that specifically. We do develop like our own backstory, like where we live on Batuu. Like we go through a whole class, like building that kind of like why we're on planet, but we don't like it doesn't like it's not like we're performers per se. Like to
Fair.
let it. No, we're not like characters. Like if someone came up to me, I'm not gonna like play a giant. I am, especially for me as an attendant, I am there to assist the characters, not be the character. You know what I mean?
Very fair. I just I wanted to see like because everyone is expected to like essentially be someone who's from the planet. I was like, I wonder what it's like.
I am a Batuu villager, and
So I love that we're talking about the immersion. one of the things that I've noticed, and we've done this a couple of times, is they actually want you to dress like you're in, like they want you to come in costume in a way, because like I do my droid builder and they love that, and my wife did her resistance outfit, and like they love that too. Like that to me, like if they're encouraging that with the immersion, like that is just even better, because
Mhm.
they want you to experience your Star Wars story.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like I'm talking too much. And I
Oh
kind of
no, I
lost my
mean,
train of thought.
I know there are a bunch of people who, especially in the early days, they had like LARP groups that would
Yeah,
go
yeah,
to Galaxy's Edge and like play the bounty hunting game or like do missions on the app for Vi and all that. And we've had times like that too, where we went in like full like pilot and resistance garb, and it's really
yeah.
nice because you not only do you get like baller photos,
Oh
but
yeah,
the cast is always eager to interact with you, and like you build your own backstory and
yeah.
like the reason why you're there at the spaceport. So
Mhm.
I think it's really cool, and I'm glad that like it's something that is maybe not as like explosively, but it's endured with this like 6 years, over half a decade of Galaxy's Edge, and people are still coming and like
Mhm.
making characters and like being those people in character in that area, which I
Yeah,
think is just so cool. It really speaks to the storytelling power of Galaxy's Edge, and this is not to dismay Avengers Campus in any way. My best friend works at Avengers Campus. So Kyle, if you hear this, please don't get mad, because I know the Avengers Campus cast members also have stories, essentially like backstories
yeah,
that they craft for themselves.
Mhm.
I think Avengers Campus kind of is still kind of finding its
hmm,
curve, its edge, which I think with the upcoming openings of the new rides and stuff, like in the finalizing what area is going to where, I think that'll happen. But with Galaxy's Edge, it just feels so natural to walk in and be like, yeah, this is the world that I'm in now. It's a
yeah,
completely different
Mhm.
place. So
yeah. I
yeah.
mean, you walk into Doc Ondar's and like they ask you like what part of hi pickle, what part of the galaxy you're from,
Hmm.
like it's great. And they're actually like really embracing the High Republic now over there too.
Yeah.
Oh
Like
yeah.
So
they're
cool.
really embracing that too. Um, Anybody can jump in at any time and talk about whatever they want.
I'm sitting here just thinking about like how cool it would be in same vein of just like sitting with a drink and just breathing in the atmosphere.
Hmm.
It
Mm.
would be really fun to just grab a couple homies, and this would not be something I'd do in my first go because I would want to like see everything as much as I
Hmm.
can. But like it would be fun to have some friends and just play sabacc.
Yeah, no,
Yes.
Oh yeah.
people do that all the time.
They,
Yeah.
yeah,
And the
cast
cast
members
members will
will.
do that. Yeah. My son
Yeah, they'll
plays
be
with them.
hanging out just at the sabacc table. There's one like across from Oga's Cantina where
Yep.
they'll station up and just like wait for you to play with them. So yeah, keep an eye out for
They
that.
do that
Oh,
in the marketplace too.
I
Yeah, that's where
love
my
that.
son always does it.
Like playing a game with someone is one of my favorite like recruitment methods.
Mhm.
I regularly scam people into playing Neftoffel with me because I'm really good at pretending like I don't know what I'm doing.
Oh, so
Like
you're a hustler.
Love it.
I also like want to get the Jarek board and like just set that up in Galaxy's Edge. Like I think that would be so much fun to
That
like
would be
set that up.
so fun.
That would
Yeah.
be
They
awesome.
have that new Dejarik board that's
Yeah.
in Tatooine Traders, like the one
Mm.
from the
Yeah.
Falcon.
No,
Mhm.
they do.
Ooh,
That's right. They do.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right outside Star Tours.
I think
yeah.
one thing that's going to be interesting with Galaxy's Edge is because, like as Ali said, Hollywood Studios is under like mass construction everywhere. Like that park is undervalued by a lot of people, and
Hmm.
Mm.
I don't think it's going to be undervalued anymore. Like once this is
Mhm.
No.
all done, and like the one thing that's happening though is that the launch bay is closing, and that's
Yeah.
where you meet Vader and other
R.I.P.
characters like that.
It's like a
No.
And
Star Wars museum. It's
Just
really
a few
It
more
sad.
is.
weeks.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mm.
Yeah.
and that'll be one thing that I think forces Disney's hand in a way, either to reopen that thing right next to Star Tours, where they used to do the lightsaber combat for the kids.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah.
the Vader meet and
Oh.
greet.
I had one
Mhm.
kid that
Or-
completely missed it.
I
Yeah.
remembered when those were still being done.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you could put that right between that and Backlot Express. Absolutely.
Yeah.
You could
And
put
they got
that
rid of the
right there.
little the thing from Last Jedi.
Yeah.
The speedster thing. Like my
Yeah.
I have so many pictures of my kids posing on that. It's just gone forever. Where is it?
Yeah. Yeah.
But the other thing is like what they do in California. There might be, and Disney announced that they were going to do it more than like 2 years ago now. That pretty much anything from the marketplace to the Falcon was going to be part of its own canon. Like they were starting to not abandon the sequel, but to try to include characters in those
Mhm.
areas.
Yeah.
And now with the launch bay going away and that being where the Vader meet and greet and the BB-8 and everything is, like I think they're going to be forced to finally do that. Because I'm somebody who actually like I do enjoy the sequels. But also like I kind of want to see Darth Vader walking around. Now hopefully it
Yeah.
gets to a point that after a while of it happening, just like with the same way with the park, everything will start to even out. Like if Din or Vader shows up, everybody's going to swarm him because it's like
Yeah.
his first time being there. But once it's normalized, then it won't happen. So they
The
have to get to
locals and
that
the
point of leveling
influencers
it
aren't
out.
flooding it. Yeah.
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 Well,
Honestly,
remember these? Oh, go ahead.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Honestly, I could see them, and we kind of talked about this like when they were first like starting to like develop Galaxy's Edge and everything. We were talking like, what if like every once in a while, like they kind of just set it up where it's like in a different era of Star Wars. So like you could have a prequel era for like a few months, or you could do like a sequel era for a few months, or like a original trilogy era or something like that. Like that to me would be interesting because then you have that ability to bring those characters out. Plus
Yeah.
people can plan trips around trying to meet those characters as well.
Mhm.
And it would just even it out.
Yeah, I am just thinking about like, oh yeah, if they did the Clone Wars era, we could have Thrawn there, and it would make sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes,
We can have Ventress
he's
back.
been on the two.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could
Yeah.
have Ventress back at the park too. She's also been on Batu and was on the
High
Galactic
Republic
Star Cruiser.
focus. I mean,
High
I would love High
Republic?
Republic. Yeah,
Same.
because there was a temple on Batu. Like there was a temple, and
Yeah.
they've done multiple Young Jedi Adventures episodes on that planet. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Somebody was telling me to watch that it's fair. They're like, it's not just for kids, you should watch it.
Oh,
But when
it's
I was
great.
reading the Thrawn trilogy and I opened the second book, I'm like, this is at Disney? I'm like,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's great. Like I would
Yeah.
love Thrawn.
Timothy Zahn and Delilah S. Dawson talked a lot about like the booklet that they were handed because they were working on their books that tie into Galaxy's Edge before Galaxy's Edge was open. And so Delilah S. Dawson was like reading through it and then went through with the PDF when she was at the park and was going, okay, and I can add in the backstory for like this scorch mark right here. And it was
I'm
Yeah.
like reading that and I'm picturing I'm in the cantina. I'm like, okay, did they and then they did it. I actually
Yes.
grabbed all those before and then they did it in comic book form too. So you can
Yeah.
kind of like, oh, it was so fun.
Yeah, I love that you brought up that Delilah S. Dawson quote because it is my favorite piece of Galaxy's Edge tea. There's a scorch mark outside of Oga's cantina where Oga shot her Wookiee boyfriend dead because he cheated on
that's
her.
right. That's
Yeah,
right.
he cheated on her with one of the waitresses at the pub, and you know, and she's a girl's girl, so she killed him and fired her. So
Yeah.
Hey
you know.
Tyler, what's up?
I love Delilah S. Dawson. I like that she was just like, you know, when Star Wars needs a book about angry women, they just come to me. And I watch
Yeah.
this panel of other authors just kind of scooch a little bit away.
But I love that sequence with Thrawn and Anakin in
Mhm.
what would then be Oga's cantina
Mhm.
Yeah.
because they're like and like I just picture like I want to see like blast marks on the table of Oga's cantina. Like that to me would be awesome from like because they talk about flipping the tables as like shields and stuff in that book. Like
Mhm.
I think Oga cleans the tables more.
Oh,
than
I'm
anything
sure.
else.
Yeah,
So,
I'm
like,
sure he
yeah,
does.
because I know that here on the West Coast there is a lightsaber scorch mark like near
Yeah.
the back of Oga's cantina where Vader did his thing. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to go check
Yeah.
that and find it.
It's
Yeah.
but like that is what makes that land so special. Like
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
those small details. Because I know Beth was writing Princess and the Scoundrel like well before Star Cruiser even launched.
hmm
But like
Oh,
they
yeah.
gave Beth like all the information for the Star
Mhm.
Cruiser and everything. And I know Ethan Sachs got like all the Star Cruiser information for Halcyon
I have that.
Legacy.
Yes.
So-
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a great
He-
one too.
I was
Yeah.
talking to him at GalaxyCon, Sachs, and he said there was one
That's
thing.
cool.
So anybody who's not familiar with that, I'm sure you guys all are, but it's a comic that's just how some of the stuff from Doc Anders got found. So it's really kind of cool. Like Han and Chewie like captured the little baby Sarlacc and like brought it to him and stuff. And he
Yeah.
said there was one item he made up and they then added it later. So I was like, that's so cool that you
Oh.
influenced Disney decor. He's like, I know. But that was a lot of fun. I read that with my son, and it was really cool to kind of get to see and then go to the back there and be like, oh, there it is, and that's this. And
Yeah.
so that spot alone is phenomenal, just with the details.
I love that baby Sarlacc and Doc Ondars. It's so
Me
good.
too.
It's so good.
So cute.
It's so great. And that's another place. Like you go into Doc Ondars and like you just look up at the top, like in that top level, and
Always
you
something
see
new you see.
all of that
Mhm.
stuff. Yeah.
hmm
It's like the tree
Well,
of
the
life.
one thing that's fun too is that, like, if you read Bob Iger's book, like Ride of a Lifetime, like his
Yeah.
little autobiography, like what was originally pitched to him was that they were just going to build a Tatooine. And he was
Mhm.
immediately like, yeah, we could do that. But Star Wars has been so many more places than Tatooine. We're going to create our own planet where everybody eventually is going to come to, and then
Mhm.
make it a tie-in. So I think it's wonderful that Batu exists in that way. So like it's not just like a, oh, let's go to Tatooine or whatever, because like
Yeah.
so like, because then that would do a disservice to all the other planets. Now it's like,
Mhm.
okay, now all the other planets are coming here.
Mhm.
Scoundrels are doing things, and like all these animals, all these sabers are being collected.
Yeah.
All this stuff can exist on this planet and still pay homage to all the other planets as
Yeah.
well.
I mean, you walk through the marketplace and you're immediately reminded of the marketplace in Jeddah City,
Yeah.
Mhm.
like from Rogue One. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm so thankful that it's not Tatooine, because the one Galaxy's Edge is already in the desert, and the other Galaxy's Edge is in a very hot swamp. And if it were Tatooine, I feel like it would make the place incredibly unenjoyable. Just
We
being
don't need another
reminded.
sun.
Yeah, I'm good. Like it's hot as it is. Like please give me greenery, give me water features, like
Shade.
anything to cool this place down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say that is one thing that I do love about Galaxy's Edge. There's a lot of shade there. There's a
Mhm.
lot of shade. Yes, and John, the sand, it is coarse and rough and does get out.
Shade?
true.
Shade
that
in
is-
Galaxy? Did you just say Galaxy is just a lot of shade?
It has
Yeah, I
more
was like,
shade
where's
than
the
Animal
shade at?
Kingdom.
Oh my gosh,
mean,
Animal
that's
Kingdom's the
fair.
hottest.
Okay.
Ugh.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I think it's probably because I'm like trapped in the non-shaded area so much that
Maybe.
it feels like there's
Maybe.
no shade.
That's fair.
I always think World Showcase is the hottest area. to
Oh
be.
no, World
That
Showcase is
yes,
pretty hot,
that
yeah.
is true.
That
That is true.
Yeah.
And
And
some
animal, like
sections
you said,
of- yeah.
animal.
All the plants just block all the wind at Animal Kingdom. It's just
That is
air.
true.
And
That is
it
true.
Yeah.
if the air can't move, there's no way to cool off. Yeah.
No.
No, I think it's just because those suns were really bright on Batu today. My gosh, I'm
Yeah.
feeling it.
hmm
You got to stay hydrated when you're visiting Batu. You got to definitely stay hydrated on Batu.
Yes, very
Yeah.
important.
Especially when you're exploring those old caves that are outside the outpost.
hmm
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. We haven't even gotten into like the resistance base yet or anything like that. I will say this about Galaxy's Edge real quick because we're going to jump into a little bit of the lore and the story and like what's going on here. We have our first book character in live action
Mhm.
with Vi Marati.
Yes.
Awesome.
Mhm.
We love our favorite knitting resistance spy. Yeah, I think it's great that she was the first book character that we got, like
Mhm.
in like
Mhm.
live action. I guess you could say it's live action.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, she is on the planet to set up the resistance base after the destruction of the Republic, and she goes to Batu with Captain Cardinal or Archex at that time, and they start doing recruitment, and the First Order gets wind, and
Yeah.
boom,
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, she's such a fun character, and I remember there was like a period of time around like what 2022, 23 maybe where like we didn't see her as often, and I was starting to get worried that like did they phase out Vi? Like is that not going to be a thing anymore? And it's been nice seeing her back around again because
yeah,
I again like she's a book character and she's canon, but she also just kind of adds to the life and immersion
mhm,
of Galaxy's Edge because
she
it's like,
does.
oh, here's a character I don't know. Now I can go find out about them and have interactions with them that have to do with this
Yeah,
place directly. So
yeah.
Hmm.
It
I
was
got.
yeah.
Oh,
Go,
oh,
go.
your
No,
turn?
no, no.
Okay.
You. Yeah. Go, go, go,
Okay.
go.
I got something happy and something sad. Happy first. In terms of like having her around more, that was one of my favorite parts about Cool Kids Summer was the fact that they didn't just have BDX droids, but she was so involved with the BDX droids. The
yeah,
majority of the time
That's
we
Mhm.
had BDX out, she was with them, and I loved that so much.
Yeah.
The sad, they got rid of the Vi doll at the end of
no.
the
oh
Yeah, that's right.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
it's not there anymore. It's very sad.
such a
Mhm.
bummer.
It's
Yeah.
Nubs now.
It's
Mm.
But
But
at
like
least it's
that's
Nubs.
yeah.
I know, but like good for Nubs. Exactly right. Like good
But
Yeah,
I think it's just about finding a way to create characters who are iconic and staples to that park. You know, when we had,
yeah.
you know, I'm looking at Figment in the back of Lauren's setup and
yes.
thinking about how you know Figment was a park character. Really, that's where he like became popular, and he's not the first of
Mhm.
Disney's parks characters to like
Mhm.
turn up like that. So I just want to be very like I'm very much an advocate to like for having characters at the parks who are cool and iconic. You know, on the Star Cruiser, we had Gaia, we had the
Yeah.
rest of the cast there, and I still remember I didn't even go on Star Cruiser, and I would love to meet them. So like, I'm hoping we see more of those characters or like those costumes get recycled or something because it would be sick as heck to like be walking around Galaxy's Edge and going up to one of the feature stages that never gets used and like there's a Gaia concert going
Yeah.
on.
I was just
Yeah.
about to say, like, have her play Ogas one night.
Yeah,
Like,
That would be
yeah,
great.
yeah, like
That'd be
have
really
her
mhm,
cool.
play Ogas. Like, that would be amazing.
Well, I wish
yeah,
we got a Star Wars night. Like I always see the video
Yeah,
and the pictures in California. I'm like, that is so cool. And they've
yeah.
mhm,
never they don't even do anything on May the 4th here. Like
No.
other people do. Like the Galaxy Edge Discord does like the lightsaber meetup and
Yeah.
stuff. Like
yeah,
the parks don't coordinate any of that.
I
Mhm.
remember before COVID, the only like Star Wars like nighttime thing that they did was they did the projections on the Chinese theater
mhm,
Mhm.
Yeah.
at studios with fireworks, and then they would show like clips from like the various movies and stuff.
Mhm.
And then COVID that ended. But yeah, you mean to tell me we couldn't have projections just on the spires
Right, on
yeah,
May the
at
4th, yeah.
Galaxy's Edge? Yeah,
I
like
remember they
that
used
would
to
yeah,
have
that would
the
be amazing.
stormtroopers would come out and they would
Yeah,
walk all the way down from the Chinese. Like they don't do that anymore. I feel like that
yeah,
disappeared during COVID.
yeah. The March
When
of the
they
First Order.
opened, they did that like Force Awakens thing. Like they had
Yeah.
that stage by the
Mhm.
Chinese theater where they did like a
Oh
whole Star
yeah.
Wars show.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
And then they
Uh,
would just keep like walking by and they would just stare at everybody and say
Yeah.
things and yeah.
Yeah.
mhm.
The Phasma. Go ahead, Faye.
Yeah, Phasma.
Like that's something that my friend had like described. She had gone to like Star Wars weekend, and like had clips from the movies. They had
Yeah.
like lasers that synced up with the lightsabers, and
Hmm.
like that's one of those things where it's like I know I need to go because I would be standing there go like,
oh yeah,
Yeah.
And they don't do the runs anymore either.
No, they don't do the
um,
runs anymore. No.
You know what they just brought back that I'm super excited of? I mean, they haven't totally gone away, but when you used to build the R2 droids,
Yes.
You could swap out the doors, and they always came out with different themed
Oh.
doors.
Yeah.
And they
Mhm.
finally did Halloween ones this year.
That's right. They did.
Mhm.
So I got to get
Oh.
those ones because I have a mouse, like the mouse droid popcorn bucket behind me,
Yeah.
and it's just full of droid doors. Like I remember when they had the Pride Day doors, and they
Yeah.
even had stickers for the BB units. But I'm assuming those probably got tore up because they discontinued those immediately.
Yeah.
Mm.
Actually, let's talk about those experiences. I love that's a great transition. Droid building. It's amazing. It's so much fun. It's
Oh, I want him. I need to buy
The-
him.
I remember they used to sell him. They don't sell him anymore.
I've
Oh, no?
really I've seen the
They
still have
don't?
the
On for
tiny
years.
one.
They have a tiny one. This one's a Bluetooth speaker. Like so,
I
his bottom
know.
base
I
is a
should have
Bluetooth
bought
speaker.
it.
if he's at Character Warehouse, I might have to get him.
He lost an arm. I don't know where it is.
Like-
I actually saw Chopper at Character Warehouse and I didn't
Yeah.
buy it. And I'm like, what is wrong with me?
Faye?
I'm so
Yeah,
sad that they
Mark.
don't sell him because he's my favorite type of droid. That's the
The
type
RX
of droid.
droid?
The RX droids are what they use every year for the Dragon Con Star Wars competition. The RX droid is the MC.
That's awesome.
Oh, that's so fun.
And so it's
That's
so fun
awesome.
to riff with the little droid on stage. It's
I wish you could build one at Droid Depot. Like, I think that would be so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
oh
Um,
yeah.
Yeah.
So cute.
But currently at Droid Depot, you can get an R unit, a B unit, and a C unit now.
Mhm.
You can get you can build Chopper if you wanted, or you can just buy him
Buy
right off
'em.
the shelf. Yeah.
I got this
Yeah.
one during the anniversary.
Oh, that's
Of
right.
Disney
That's
World.
Oh.
Oh, that was so
sounds
cool.
sounds like you all are about to go bankrupt if you go to Galaxy's Edge again. Probably.
You only regret
100%.
the things you don't buy. I regret not buying the flight board. It's gone now.
Oh yeah.
It was just
Yeah.
so
It is a
expensive.
good thing that they don't let us have a cast discount on that too. And that's all I'll say.
Well, in the lightsabers, you don't get a pass holder discount when you do the Savis.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Well, I remember last year I built a lightsaber and we met up with you, Allie, and like while I was building the lightsaber, Allie goes into Doc Ondars and gets the Ezra Bridger
Bro,
lightsaber.
it was 50% off. Give me a
I know.
Was it the
I
one
know.
that's also a blaster?
No,
Or
no,
no-
it's
oh,
the
okay.
green one.
I
the
love
green
that
one.
one.
I want the blaster one so bad.
Yeah.
My
Mhm.
son has a
I-
plastic one. That's what I was wondering if you found a real
Yeah.
one.
I want the blaster one so bad, but I also know that Cal Kestis would love Ezra Richards' lightsaber.
Oh, absolutely.
The Cal Kestis saber is amazing, by the way. Like that thing, you can press a button and it changes the color of the blade.
Oh, that's
wow.
sick.
Oh.
Yeah, it's because they want you to feel like you're in those Jedi games. It's
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's the one in the box, though, right? Not the one that you get in Doc Ondors.
no, that's the one from Doc Ondars. The one that yeah.
Mhm.
1 second, I'll
Yeah.
be right back.
I think he's checking something.
Because with the Soul lightsaber now you can bleed the Kyber. You can
Oh,
change it
that's
from blue to
cool.
red.
Yeah.
Wow. They have
Yeah.
done so much with the effects on those sabers. Like
Mm.
I remember a time before Galaxy's Edge when we had the Force FX lightsabers
Yeah.
from Hasbro. And like those
Yeah.
were fine and those were good, but they were incredibly fragile and they couldn't really like there wasn't anything super special about them. And while I wouldn't suggest fighting with a Galaxy's Edge lightsaber from Doc Ondars or from Savi's, I still think that it's really cool that like there's so much more you can do, like especially the Kyber crystals being interchangeable now, which I think
Yeah.
is the coolest thing.
I just changed my purple to a green one.
Nice.
Yeah, because I just wanted to. But yeah, we'll get to lightsabers in a second because there's something special that I want to show you guys that somebody had sent me about that. But droid building is amazing. Like that is one of my favorite things to do.
Mhm.
I love going in there listening to the sounds. Like
Yeah.
Lauren, have you built a droid?
I haven't built a droid. I've been in the store a million times. My son collects them. It's just you know, when you go all the time, I feel like you have to have so much self-control because I'm not on vacation.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But honestly, if I were to get a droid, it would be Chopper. And like you said, I could just grab that and I should have bought it at the character warehouse. But
Yeah.
The droid building experience is a lot of fun, especially if it's like if you're doing it with a friend or kids or something like that. Especially with kids, I think they might enjoy that a lot more than even the lightsaber experience because it's their hands are occupied. They get to design something that's all their own, and it's just fun. Like I really enjoyed it. I built one with my friend Maya, and it was a lot of fun.
Go ahead.
are they interactive?
Yeah, as someone who's go ahead.
No, you're good.
Okay. No, as someone who's at studios all the time, you'd be surprised. There are a lot of kids that build droids. And honestly, that's one of my favorite things is you will get a lot of kids that will come to BB-8 and bring droids to show BB-8. It's super cute.
It's so
I love
adorable.
Kids love pets, man. I remember growing up when Hollywood Studios was MGM, and they used to give away invisible dogs. And it was just it was just a dog leash that was on like a strong wire. You could pose it however, and I would walk my invisible dog all around MGM. It was amazing.
Yeah.
That's also when we had the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire thing too at MGM.
I remember that.
Yeah.
And Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
What was your question, Lauren?
Oh, so is the droid experience, is it interactive like it is with the lightsabers? Like, do they tell you anything about it and everything? So it's worth doing the experience as well as building the droid?
Yeah,
go ahead, Katrina.
I would say it's not as spiritual. Like it's not.
Yeah.
It's emotional, but
right.
the attendant is with you the whole time, and like they really encourage like creativity and really making it your own and like giving it meaning and stuff. But it's cool because like they give you they're specially designed tools and stuff that are safe for the little ones. And you build the droid yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
It's cute.
And then your Kyber crystals are just the personality chips that you can get for the droids too.
Yeah.
So like you can have it loyal to like the Resistance, Smugglers, or First Order, and then if you have it on in the park, depending on what personality chip you have, like if it's like a program to like Resistance and you're like in the Resistance section of the park, it'll do like happy beeps and like turn its head and all this other stuff.
Oh, that's fun. I had no idea it did that.
But then like if you go into the First Order section, like it starts beeping nervously and starts getting upset. Like it's great. It's fun though, and I will say this, as much as I love building a lightsaber, building a droid is a lot cheaper than building a lightsaber.
Yeah. I think my lightsaber is one and done with the building of my own.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I want to build another one, but I'm like, I can wait. I'll just buy a hill from Doc on ours. Like, I'm good with buying a hill from Doc. Speaking of lightsabers, I'm going to show you all something real quick, and then we're going to talk about the lightsaber experience. Katrina, you wanna tee this one up?
Yeah, so I've been wanting to take my dad to Galaxy's Edge for years. He lives in Florida. I lived in California at that point. And I flew him out to California because our parks, like you all said, they're less crowded, they're easier to navigate. He's a senior. I wanted it to be fun for him. So I flew him out and we built a lightsaber for the first time, and for his first time. And so this is his experience building a lightsaber at Galaxy's Edge.
I'm not going to do the sound because
it's the epic, like, I would spend one day out there.
So cool.
Yeah, and he had a blast. It was so emotional. He was, when he went in, he had like a specific idea of the type of lightsaber he wanted to build, and then like he got his parts and they were a completely different set from the one he said he wanted, and then he like built it, and then as we were leaving, he was like, oh man, I feel like, because he had been talking about how my granddad would have really loved Galaxy's Edge and like walking around, because my granddad was an architect. And my dad, as we were walking out, was like, yeah, I just really felt him with me. And that's why I chose this different lightsaber. And I cried. It was,
that's fantastic.
That's so great.
Yeah.
I love that. I oh man, that's fantastic. Like
That was great.
Mhm.
that's amazing. It's that experience is it's
It's something
emotional.
else.
It
Yeah.
is. It is. If you're not in tears by the end of that experience, like there's something wrong with you. Like,
Either that or the cast members are acting up.
yeah, exactly.
Sometimes they can be real silly, but
Yeah.
usually they're very serious about it.
It's a very somber experience.
Yeah, it
it's-
is really cool.
Yeah. Just like that whole thing, because like they talk about the different people that have wielded the different kyber colors and everything.
Mhm.
John says, "Man, I want to build a lightsaber and droid with so bad, but the price." Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
definitely like you have to budget for your trips to Disney, and that's part of why it's like I go to 3 very expensive events every year: Dragon Con, Gulf Wars, and Decameron. And so it's
Mhm.
like I would need to skip like at least one of them, probably even 2 of them, to afford the experiences I want to go see in Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah.
Well, don't knock the
Okay.
Tatooine Traders lightsabers. We had an
No?
amazing experience.
Yeah.
It depends on the cast member, but like my son's made like 5 of them. And one time somebody went through, described every hilt, who had it, whether it was, good or bad, and all the colors,
Oh,
and went through. And I was like, this is
Wow.
amazing. I mean, that
Yeah.
was 1 out of like 5 times, but that cast
Yeah.
member
Mhm.
gave all of us such a cool experience. My mom and I are asking questions and she's
Mhm.
answering them and he's picking them, and it was fantastic.
yeah,
That's
I
fantastic.
know like one of the
Hi.
last times I went to Anaheim at Disney World there, I did actually build a lightsaber, but I was like a child. But like building one there was very fun, and
Yeah.
I just like scrounging through parts. So
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I think that's like $30 to do that.
Yeah.
Although it might
Yeah.
have, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's gone up a little bit, but it's not that much.
mm.
Yeah, it's not like Savi's.
Brandon, go ahead.
Very
Got batteries
expensive.
in it.
Oh,
So I believe the button is under the igniter.
This is like the one that came in the blue case. I actually had to take everything apart. I haven't.
Oh.
This has been dead for a while. So like this is the one that has like the 2 like you can.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
oh,
Yeah.
But it just
Yeah.
says on or off. I don't see a button anywhere.
Oh,
No, I'll have to look at it when I
Into
go
the
back
edition.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Because
now this has batteries in it for the first
See-
time in like a year and a half.
it is
Mine's
very
been
fun
dead for a
because
year and a half.
there are some lightsabers you don't even have to press the power button necessarily. So like you can do a flick of the wrist to turn it like ignite, and which
I have
is
one of
very
those.
fun, except when you're partying and like you're essentially fist bumping with a lightsaber. You just turn it on and off.
that's fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm really tempted to get a Cal lightsaber on this trip. I'm so tempted to get a Cal one.
Mhm.
I got this one on TXQ for like $60 on AliExpress.
Oh,
I
wow.
need to like buy or build a new lightsaber because I'm doing that Rebel Legion submission, and
Yeah.
I want to do
Oh,
a like
yeah.
custom one. So
Ultra Sabers is pretty good too.
I've got one. It's heavier than I would like.
Mm.
That's another issue that I as much as I love those lightsabers that they have at Galaxy's Edge, that's one issue I do have is how heavy they are.
They're heavy. I mean, they're not made to fight. They're made to be
No.
collectibles,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah,
I see that.
it's fair. It's the swords person to me. I don't like a super heavy sword. So
Yeah.
between the weight of the hilt and also I bought a yellow Ultra Saber, and for some reason, even though like I've changed batteries recently, for some reason the color has over time turned red, which I
Oh.
do not like.
oh goodness.
Yeah.
Omens.
Yeah.
I was gonna say your crystal's bleeding.
Who are you angry with?
We don't need to go through that list.
I guess I'm on that list. Okay, everybody, have a good night.
Yeah.
But yeah, like that's my only issue with those sabers is just how heavy they are. Like they're
Yeah,
very
it's
heavy.
hard to carry them around like all
The
day.
way
'cause you-
that I have actually seen dads like shouldering 3 to 4 of them, I'm like, how
Yeah.
how do you do that?
Like they're like 5 to 10 pounds each. Like
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
they're
And I feel like
heavy.
have to buy the other holder. Like the one Savi's
Mhm.
gives you, I feel like is too flimsy. So you end up buying
It
the other
is.
one at Doc Onder's. And yeah, I rarely bring my lightsaber to the parks.
Yeah, I want to bring it with me this time, but I'm like, no, I'll just stick with my droid stuff for now. Like, you know,
I love the
Yeah.
droid backpack, like that
the
people can
droid
see it in.
backpack is
It
awesome.
is
I remember
Yes.
going to MegaCon and my niece dressed up as Rey, and we had the droid backpack, so I put BB-8 in there, and she was just taking it around with her.
That's
Oh,
That's
so
awesome.
cute.
That's
So-
adorable.
We have these droid backpacks for ours.
Oh,
The
nice.
pat bags.
Yeah.
They're literally pat carriers.
Oh,
I
that's
love
cool.
it.
Yeah, but like you can put like lights and stuff in there, so like
Yeah.
we can
I've
light
seen
this
some
up.
people with LEDs, like especially at like Star Wars nights, people will really bring out their droid bags.
Yeah.
It's fun. Like,
Mhm.
but that droid bag from Droid Depot is awesome. Like
Mhm.
that thing's great. But they
You guys have
encourage you.
convinced me.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
encourage you to like bring your droids back. They encourage you to bring your lightsabers back and all that other stuff because it's also good for photo ops. Like,
Yeah.
it's very good for photo ops.
Mhm.
And it's good for advertising too because you could be like, I got this right here. Like,
Mhm.
Yeah.
just go down that street and make a left, and boom,
Mhm.
you're at the Mubo's. Like,
I like buying the battle droid and the C-3PO. Even
Yeah.
though they did advertise the heads were interchangeable, I found out that they are most definitely not. Because
oh,
I had to pry C-3PO's head out of a battle droid with a screwdriver.
oh God.
Like it was supposed to be like a simple click, but yeah. Luckily they still had them in stock. And like the one thing too, like that's great about Galaxy's Edge is like my
Everything.
nephew screwed his battery pack thing in wrong and like
No.
completely torched it. We brought it to Galaxy's Edge and like we kind of showed them what happened and they were just like, "Oh yeah, we'll fix this."
Mm.
Like anytime we've had an issue, like the customer service and just Disney in general has been amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Um,
they're the same with like the lightsabers too. Like even if you're like on your trip and it starts like acting weird, they encourage you to like go back and like get it checked out and stuff. And I
Yeah.
think that actually happened to like if I remember right, I think that actually happened to me with one of my sabers. Is it was like
Yeah.
being all weird, and I went and I checked with them, and they were able to like be like, "Oh, you just need to like tighten this thing like this," and I was like, "Oh, okay, that's a lot better now."
Yeah.
I remember I cross-threaded my Savi saber and I had already went back, like this was after I had built it and I was already back in Philadelphia. And I emailed Disney and they sent me out a new piece because I told them I had
Oh,
cross-threaded it when I was
no.
connecting it.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And then there are times like at certain times of the year they'll actually like allow you to buy like additional scrap parts for your sabers
Yeah.
too, which is
Mm.
pretty cool.
That's pretty
Um,
nice.
I haven't
Yeah.
seen that advertised in a
Rides.
while.
We haven't even gotten to the rides yet.
Mm.
So there's Smuggler's Run and Rise of the Resistance.
Yes.
Which I'm just gonna have one hot take here about Smuggler's Run.
Oh
The gunner
no,
position.
Eric.
No, the gunner position's just boring to me. That's it.
Okay,
That's all I'm gonna say.
That's
That's-
not a hot take. I think
that's
everybody's
not a
felt that.
hot take. No,
Because you're just pressing and holding the button. Like,
My hot take is that in a very perfect world, we would get to choose modes as we go in.
yeah,
And I know it's completely impossible because that's really hard to program into a ride. But it like we would have like family mode or like
mhm,
top smuggler mode or expert or whatever, right? So that when the families go in, they can choose an easy mode for when their 5-year-old pilots the Falcon, so that we're
Right.
all not jerking around getting
Oh,
freaking
yeah.
headaches.
Oh.
Like it's really. I mean, it's that ride is so much fun.
mhm.
Until it is 11 p.m. and there's a 3-year-old piloting the Falcon who is clearly upset and tired, and their parent is shining a bright light from their phone in their face, and you're back in the engineer seat like nobody here is having a good time except for you, random parent.
And the kid can't even go to hyperspeed. Like he can't do
can't
the
go to
thing.
you have to like get up and go like, no, you have to push the like it's
so I told we're taking yes, kids ruin everything. Yes. There you go.
My God.
As a mother of 3, I agree.
My goodness.
we're going on this next trip with my wife's family. We're taking our 5-year-old nephew, who's this will be his first time going, and I've already told my what's that?
I said, "Oh, he could be the gunner."
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because I told my brother and sister-in-law, and I'm like, when we go on Smuggler's Run, we're running a 6-stack. That kid is not going to pilot at all.
No.
I was like, you're gonna sit that kid in the gunner seat, like you're gonna tell him to press and hold a button, because I am not going to have some kid that's never flown before trying to do up and down on Smuggler's Run. And Zach is in chat and he says agreed. Okay, so Zach, you and I are piloting, buddy.
I get motion sick, so I always just choose to be the engineer.
No, I get it.
Now I might choose to be the gunner.
There you go.
I might just be the gunner for now on.
The engineer's fun though. Engineer's fun.
Yeah, like
there's a lot of fun.
They're adding new things for the engineers to do, right? Yeah.
So now you get to take care of Grogu. God knows what that'll be like. And also,
I'll take care of them. I'll take them out.
Yeah, and then you also apparently they're Star Toursing it. You got to pick where you're going now. Apparently,
interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay.
Which like I was thinking about that the other day, and I told my friend, I'm like, how funny it would be if like you're the single rider and you get to pick where this entire family gets to go. Like, what?
We're going to Coruscant.
Yep. Off to Endor we go.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Yeah.
We're going.
Hope you packed your poncho.
I couldn't even take care of Tamagotchi. What makes you think I'm going to take care of Grogu?
Real.
Yeah.
Real.
I can't even take care of myself most days.
Yeah, pretty much. Like,
right.
We all know my feelings about Grogu. I think I'd have a different way of taking care of him.
Oh, okay. Guys, let me remind you.
We're gonna table that for another discussion.
Please don't.
No wonder your lightsaber's turning red.
Yeah, exactly.
The youngling slayer just.
Oh my God.
Youngling Slayer Faye over here.
No, guys.
No.
Purely a joke. Purely a joke.
But yeah, but
Sure.
I do love that that you said something about Faye, this is public. I do love that you said something about choosing the destination, because as much as I do love going to Corellia and then heading back to Batuu, like it would be fun to like see like the unknown regions or something like that. Like if I could go to the Chiss homeworld and Smuggler's Run, like let's go. Like
I don't think the Millennium. I
No.
don't think the Falcon would hold up going through the
No.
It would be the fastest hunk of junk in the galaxy at that point, because it would be a hunk of junk. So yeah, I mean, it's a fun ride though. It's a fun ride. It's really cool. That Hondo animatronic, man.
Oh, I love him.
I've seen so many videos of it. I want to see that Hondo animatronic in real life.
You would think it was a cast member, like sitting there.
I have been bamboozled by that animatronic so many times.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Especially because I've seen a bunch of Weequay prosthetics. There's a guy who I'm friends with on Facebook who runs Outpost 77, which is a Star Wars LARP location out in California.
Oh yeah.
He has an excellent Weequay, and I keep on thinking it's him.
Nice.
He'd be
I mean,
to have walk around the park.
He would.
I mean,
it's just
the
problem is the prosthetics are so warm. It would be incredibly uncomfortable for whatever cast member is out there.
Yeah. But honestly, like the way that animatronic moves, you would think it was a cast member in that suit. Like it's so
Yeah.
naturally fluid.
Definitely gotten better. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's crazy.
I feel like that I know that it was kind of rigged up from the Jack Sparrow one, sort
Yeah.
of.
Mm.
But I feel like that particular animatronic was a huge turning point for Disney Imagineers and like
Yeah.
what they could achieve. And that's kind of how we got to like Walt now being so
which they're
Yeah.
gonna put him in Carousel of Progress now.
I
Yeah.
heard.
Oh, is that what the new scene?
hmm
Ah,
That's
very
so.
cool.
So they said there's actually going to be a couple of new scenes because, like, quick side note, because one of them, so two of them are going to be Walt at the beginning and the end of
Mhm.
Carousel of Progress, and then the other one is we're going to see what the family has been up to.
Mm.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Mhm.
So I think we get that Christmas, and then we'll see like one more scene, and then we'll get that final Walt scene. But who knows?
Huh. Be interesting.
That's also like one of my all-time favorite rides.
Mhm.
Progress finally on the Carousel Progress. That is true. That is true.
Progress on Figment. That's what I would like.
I love Journey into the Imagination the way that it is, but we're not here to talk about that right now.
She did have a son who was obsessed with it and wanted to go on it over and over and over.
It's pretty much the Epcot Small World, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have a sidebar conversation, Eric, of my headcanon of what Figment could be.
Okay, we'll do that at some point very soon.
It'll be wonderful.
So let's talk about the big attraction here, the most immersive experience at Galaxy's Edge, other than building a lightsaber, and that is Rise of the Resistance.
Mm.
I
The
thought it was
line
Docking
videos.
Bay.
The
This
line
thing-
videos.
It is really just something else. Like I having gone on Rise so many times, there are some things that you just begin to notice over time where it's like the choice in plants that they use, like the way that certain people's things are hung in lockers, you know, like it's easily one of the hardest rides to get on, but like if you're going and you know, like I'm all about saving money, but like my tip is like if you are going and you know it's going to be a busy day and you've got to spend money on anything, make it
Lightning Lane,
Rise. Like
Yep.
just make it that Rise Lightning Lane because it's so worth just experiencing that ride.
Yeah, it's crazy though because like when you get to the briefing room and like you get like that's when the immersion like really starts.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you get to the briefing room and then they tell you what's going on, and then you get on the transport, which is just another queue,
Right.
essentially.
Yeah.
And like that's immersive. And then like when you get captured by the First Order, like it's incredible because like you're so immersed in being on that Star Destroyer that you're like, this is the ride. Like I'm on the ride like right now.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I'm not in a queue. Like I'm on the ride like right
Yeah.
now. Plus those cast members are amazing. There was a lady in a scooter that was with her family, and one of the First Order cast members walked up to her, and he's like, excuse me, Resistance scum. Like he was like really polite with her, and he's like, excuse me, Resistance scum, but are you able to make your way to the interrogation chamber? Like so nice, so nice. Okay. So nice. It was great. Like,
Yeah.
it was so funny. But then
I
like you get
watched-
in there. Yeah.
I watched the behind the attractions of how that queue works for like when you're about to get captured, and I literally watched the ground and I still don't understand it. I'm like, I know how it works, but I can't comprehend it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Disney
Because
magic.
it basically it turns is what it does, and then
Yeah.
you end up on the other side, which is why you leave in the door you enter in.
But
But yeah, but it
don't
is
feel at all.
something else. I mean,
Yeah.
that's really part of like what makes that ride so special, and like what I think you're going to see a lot of from Disney going forward is like the storytelling starts from the moment you walk into that ride.
Right.
So at every point, even when you're waiting in the queue, or you're being transferred to another part of the queue to continue waiting in a queue. Like they're going to keep making that the experience, because that takes the ride from being like a 3-minute experience tops on most Disney rides to a full like 15-20 minute experience.
Oh,
which
yeah.
is amazing.
Especially
And you feel
as
like
like
the line.
Yeah.
lines have been one of the most frustrating parts about like really any theme park experience. So
Oh yeah.
finding a way to make it entertaining while you were just being in queue
Mhm.
Yeah.
is the most like challenging thing to do from a theme park standpoint, but also like it's one of like those points in time where the cast members really get to shine,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
To my brother-in-law Zach, mute the stream for about 5 minutes or so, because we're going to talk about spoilers for this thing. So if you don't want to hear spoilers for this thing, mute the stream. This is your spoiler warning. But like the use of animatronics and also video footage with this ride is like seeing Hux like
Yeah.
in video and then an animatronic. Like it's crazy. Like it's yeah. You're fine.
And
You know I don't like
it feels very seamless too. Like the transition between like what you see on screen and what you see in real life is really immaculate.
Yeah.
And I mean a lot of people won't do this, but in the app, in the Play Disney app, that you can download when you get to Disney parks, there are things that add to that queue as well. Like you run missions for Finn, looking for things in the queue. Yeah. So you send him like data and stuff that you find there. And I thought that was really cool. Like, obviously it's not something that like everyone does, but it's a good thing to keep in mind. If you've got a kid and you're going to be in that line for like an hour, like give them the game, you know?
That and Disney Heads Up. You can,
Oh yeah. Oh my God. The amount of people I
Love
watch
Heads Up.
playing Disney Heads Up in queues, it's funny. It's
and
really
you get
funny.
random other kids will start getting closer to us, and they're starting to peer over. So yeah, we've done the Hondo one in Smugglers as well. But I will say, Faye, you not having done it yet, I'm almost jealous, because it's like you can't beat your first time going on.
Oh, I know.
You really don't know what to expect.
That click at the end. Oh, I love hearing that click right before that drop. That click at the
I
end.
just thought like it's coming, but it's same thing on Hagrid's. It's like it's like builds the anticipation, just makes it so much more like
so
intense.
Funny.
That's what I love watching people's face, like when the drop happens, which I didn't want to mention because like Faye's never done it. Like, could you imagine just like never noticing it and then bam, just floor drop.
A part of it is also like I was a scare actor. I've worked at a bunch of different like amusement things myself, so I know a lot of the tricks. The click and the drop is one of the things where I'm already kind of braced for all the time. To where I'm taking my best friend to a haunted house for her birthday, and I warned her, "You will probably lose me." Beware.
I'll never forget like the first time like my wife and I rode it. I knew about the drop, and then like as soon as I heard the click, I'm like, okay, here we go. And then my wife's like, "What's that click?" And I was like, "Get ready."
I didn't tell my dad about it at all, because I wanted to. You know what? He's been pranking me for my whole life. I get to have that one.
Yeah.
So it was nice because when we dropped, he was like, "Woo!"
But you like sense it's coming. Like, dude, they did such a good job of just building it that I'm like, I know something's coming. I know something's coming.
So my indicator and what I've gotten down to a T is you'll lock in, and then when you see the other pod drop, you count down 3, 2, 1, and exactly at that time you drop.
We wrote it again with Allie when we were back down there in March of last year, and Allie, that was a fun experience with you too, because like just that it was fun. It was a lot of fun. That was a great night.
Yeah, me trying to hold my like $200 whatever lightsaber and it
was great. She had the Ezra lightsaber in her lap, and then like I have like my wife and I both have our droids, and like I've got the droid like in my back and like in my bag in my lap with a lightsaber like in between my legs
Yeah.
from Sabi's, and then my wife's got her droid in her lap, and of course you have to pull on the yellow tab like like right before you go. Oh, it was so funny because like Allie's just trying to hold on to this lightsaber like like during the drop. It was great. It was so much fun. That
And
was
it's such a
fun night.
nice drop compared to like
Oh, it is.
those who don't like
Yeah.
Tower of Terror.
I hate
Yeah.
Tower of Terror.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
a
yeah.
it's a very smooth drop. Like it's a very
Mhm.
smooth drop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
You're
quick.
You're not going to lose anything, which
Yeah,
No.
exactly.
I always feel like I'm going to lose something.
And
but-
then it goes
Right.
right to Flight Simulator. Like that's just awesome.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and then you get to say thank you to your droid buddy, and then you get to see the Beck animatronic again, which is just
When he's
badass.
working.
Yeah, when he's
Yeah.
working, when
Bro,
he's
he was
working.
broken for like 3 months. I swear to God. Like at one
Oh
point,
no!
Him and the Kylo. The Kylo's always
The
broken.
Kylo, yeah,
Oh,
the
Kylo,
Kylo
yeah,
I
great.
feel like I've only
Yeah.
seen him once, but he just that one part though. I feel like he just looks like Minnie Mouse conducting the ballet dance.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Right.
because it's the same program motion. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
Uh,
great.
that they did.
No,
for
that's
Runaway
always like
Railway.
with how much I ride it. That's always the thing. It's like I wonder what'll be broken today, and then you get the rare times where nothing's broken, and it's just like yes.
I,
Thank
I
you.
I think I saw the cannons broken one time. Like the cannons weren't
Mm.
working one time.
Oh yeah, no, that was they were down. At least on the West Coast here, they were down for a solid year.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they
No,
were
there
not
was-
moving.
There was one time I rode where the music just cut.
Oh,
Mm.
You still hear like the sirens, like the alarms going off, and like all the other like sounds. So it felt like that was the most I'd ever honestly kind of felt like I was in Star Wars, because you're
Oh,
hearing
wow.
like all like the normal like ship noises, like the outside noises, the inside noises, but there's no music. So it's just like you're just there and experiencing it. I'm like, bro, I wish I could ride it like this more. Like honestly.
real quick about the environment, I just want to talk about. I love how like when you get into the hangar, like the AC kicks on, but it gets like super cold
Mhm.
in that hangar. Like it's like, oh yeah, no, space is out there. Like
Space is
Yeah.
cold.
yeah,
Space is very cold.
yeah.
Yep.
It's great.
Yeah,
I love the
no,
forced
it's-
perspective too, because like I've been on that ride when it's broken down, and like when you stand up, you're like, "Huh, that's my head's a lot closer to that than I thought it was." But
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, just the AT-AT hangar is just
That's
incredible.
so
like,
cool going under
yeah.
them. Yeah.
Yeah.
oh yeah, and like seeing how tall those walkers are, like it's just, oh
I would say I do want updates to those Finn animatronics.
yeah,
They
yeah.
just don't look great, and that
No.
is a shame because John Boyega looks great. So I feel like he deserves a little more respect.
yeah.
In more
I
ways than
agree.
one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. But yeah, that's a fun ride. Zach says he cannot wait. That's gonna be great.
Mhm.
Like you're
Yeah.
gonna love it, dude. You're gonna love it. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So we'll talk about Datapad real quick, and then we'll wrap things up. Datapad, what a great way to immerse yourself into the experience even more.
Mhm.
Allie, you last year.
I am the data pad champion, y'all. I am
Nice.
I think
Nice.
I've done like about every mission possible. Racked up all those points as credits. You know, I'm rich. One of the
Datapad.
biggest shames at Datapad is that those credits mean absolutely nothing.
No, I agree. Like I feel
I'm
like
so rich and I have nothing to spend it on.
I feel like you should be able to like redeem it for like a special pin or something. Like
Yeah.
Something,
Like,
like honestly.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or like a free thermal detonator Coke. Like
Yeah, I
That
don't
you
know.
can't bring on the airplane home.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So
empty.
that was kind of like my gripe with you know, and I know it's such a high lift thing to do. It's so hard to coordinate. So like I understand why they don't do it,
Yeah.
but that app was supposed to track your credits and what you do around Galaxy's
Yeah.
Edge, and that was supposed to affect how you interacted with characters in
Right.
that area. Like
Yeah.
those potential bounty hunters, like they would have a bounty on you because you would,
Right.
So it's one of the things that were like, it was there in concept, and like I really wish that it had pulled through, because man, it would have been so cool to just get stopped by bounty hunters. Like, I heard you dropped Alejando's cargo, so
Yeah. Well, yeah, that was
Right.
another thing
Yeah.
because like they said
And I-
something about going into the cantina. And
Yeah.
like they'd be like, "Oh, we heard like you had a really bad run." Like,
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Huh.
It's also like, I feel like it's also up to the imagination in that sense though, because I
Yeah.
remember like the first time, like there was one day, because like I said, once on my last program I've been there so much that I've like done everything.
Yeah.
There was one day I literally like I just had to get in the zone. Like I just like I was like a little kid where I was like getting too into it. If anything, I was just like, oh my gosh, like I'm actually doing these missions, and I know it's a little cheesy and weird, but like
Oh.
God.
but it's also like there are certain elements of it that I agree are like better than others. Obviously like some improvements, but like the bounty hunting, for example, it's so
Mhm.
basic and stupid, the concept and like what you're actually doing. But like I always love like going back and getting the different little messages at the end, and then when you finally get like be a part of the guild, it's like all like I have a video of it on my Instagram. Like it's all like, oh my god, you finally did it.
Oh.
Yeah.
And it's silly and it's cute. I think like you said, I think like the biggest improvement they could do is having those things mean something more, because like I like picking up like the little trinkets and I like getting all the credits and everything, but I'm like, it'd be cool if like it could mean more than it actually does. No, but like one of the things that also honestly just gets me is that I love getting a "what are you doing with that data pad" moment from the troopers or from Kylo. I just love it. It makes it a little it makes it hit a little bit extra where I'm like, okay, so they're actually at least somewhat acknowledging like what you're doing. And also as someone who's walked around with even Ray and Vi a lot, they will actually like ask those questions. They will ask like travelers if they've like assisted the resistance with any missions today, and like maybe they're not specifically talking about datapad, but there have actually been times where I've actually had kids that have brought up datapad. So as much as we might think that datapad is useless and nobody cares about it, it's like it's a little stupid, as someone who's like interacted with a lot of kids in those work-based scenarios, it is something that kids are using, and I will like just put that out there to the larger population that like it might not seem like anyone's using datapad, but there are people using it.
Yeah,
I believe.
I mean, I think it's a great way to immerse yourself into the world even more, and and it allows you to like hear those sounds more, and like you get to hack doors and like hack droids and stuff.
Hacking is honestly one of the best parts of it. I just love
so much fun. I love that you can go and like get reactions from like whole ass like starfighters when you hack them. Just so cool.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. And then like if you hack a droid, like a gonk droid will go gonk.
Yep.
Like I love it. But like even then, like going back to the bounty hunting thing, like they could give you a magic band, like if you get like all the bounties or something like that. Like that would be fun, like a special magic band or something, or I don't know, like a pin or something, like
a collectible card. It doesn't need to be something high level, you know, like
a special kyber crystal or something like that. Like
I mean, think about how the go on, sorry.
No, it's also like that interactive element with like even characters. Like, what if there was? I don't know how it'd be possible, but what if there was like some way that Din knew you were in the Bounty Hunters Guild? You know, like I don't know, man.
Yeah, even a sticker. Yeah, like you only get this sticker for this, and like I mean, all of us. Yeah, like I made sure I got my fresh
like
magnet.
you even
We're
get
weirdos
like
about
that
it.
little pin at Savi's. Like, there's nothing like that for Guild, and I think that would be cool if like you could walk around.
Yeah,
like
a Bounty Hunter Guild, pin would be great. Like
that would be really cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Please make it happen.
Yeah.
I mean,
so we all have to go and complain, right?
Well, yeah. We all have to get on a plane and go. But if you think about it, so for the Disneyland 70th anniversary, we have the keys, right? And everybody's going crazy for these keys. They're buying these. What are they like? $50, $60, and going all around, interacting with the keyholes. Then they get a special like pin for it and stuff.
Yeah.
And to see, like, I think something like that at Galaxy's Edge would be super beneficial because one, it would keep people in the parks more often. It would give people things to do outside of the line and ways to explore. And then you get like a little prize at the end. It doesn't even need to be a nice like pin. It just, you know, give them a reward that they can take home, you know, for spending time there.
Like, go ahead, Lauren. Sorry.
I was gonna say, like, the cards at Magic Kingdom. Do you remember those where you could interact?
Yeah.
I'm still upset that they got rid of that.
Oh,
so
so
upset.
is my oldest. Yeah, I still have all the cards.
I wouldn't want this, but this is another idea. Like, if you guys have ever done escape rooms, if you complete the escape room, you have then the opportunity to buy a shirt or something like that that says that you completed it. If Disney was like, hey, we don't want to give something away, then it could be like, now, I wouldn't want this, but they could do it. They could be like, okay, scan it. Like, if you've reached the highest level of bounty hunter, only the people, and I've never done the bounty hunter or the data pad thing, so I'm totally lost. But like, if they're like, if you've reached the highest level, then you could buy this shirt. So it's not like anybody could buy this shirt. You have to do the bounty hunting in order to do it.
Yeah. And even if it's not a shirt, like, you know, I hope Disney's here taking notes, but like pin trading is such a huge
pin trading, absolutely.
Pin trading is huge, and being able to offer an exclusive pin that you can only get there, to sell it for like $25, whatever, like, you know, and that's it. Like, and then it's a rare, valuable pin that, like, maybe they even change it every season, so you can only get this pin at this time. Like, there's just so much more they could, I think, be doing to further immerse people and, like, you know, to make more money. Like, it's their pockets are bleeding right now.
John says Star Wars escape room sounds like such a good idea, especially if you're stuck in a brick mortar cell and have to escape. That's Rise of the Resistance.
I would.
That's Rise of the Resistance.
Like, Universal has escape rooms. I'm surprised Disney hasn't jumped on that.
But like,
they force you through that escape room. Like,
well, I mean, I love the we did the Back to the Future escape room at Universal a couple years ago, and that was fun. But you know, they used to have, back before COVID, the Void was at Disney with the VR. I forgot what it was called, but you know, it was K2 and Cassian and stuff, and that was really cool, and it was really close to an escape room. So I think you know, the concept has been there. I just don't know if they're gonna. I hope they return to it because it'd be cool.
We're getting level 99 at Springs.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, which is going to be kind of like Disney Quest all over again.
Sick. Thank goodness.
Yeah.
Getting rid of Disney Quest for the ESPN zone was so silly.
Real quick though, I would love to see them do more lore activities around Batuu. Like, talk about like the civilization that was there like before Black Spire. Talk about like talk about the Jedi Temple that was there from the High Republic era, like all of those things, and like send kids on scavenger hunts too. Like, you could easily do scavenger hunts throughout Galaxy's Edge, and I know that's pretty much the bounty hunt thing, but like you could do that as well. Like
they do the World Showcase.
Exactly. And like they do throughout Adventureland in Magic Kingdom with the pirates thing. Yeah, but I think that would be great. Or like, you know, just any number of those things. So, yeah.
Disney hire all of us.
Yeah, we'll work Imagineering for you.
Well,
I'll do a focus group.
Hey, guys,
promote
it's the
Allie
goal.
and then hire the
I'm trying. Let me climb that ladder.
When Allie gets to story group, all of us are getting hired.
We need a Guardians of the Galaxy bar at Epcot. That's what I vote on.
I'm taking my notes.
Also, X-Men Krakoa Embassy at
but we can't do X-Men at I would love a princess bar. Like, you're in Madripoor. Oh, that would be cool.
Anyway,
I don't want to get into that. The source subject is a Floridian.
All right, that's it for us.
No, we'll see. Someday, I'm young. We'll see. I don't know. I have hopes for the future. Well, like, it's kind of like I started the whole conversation with too, though, is and honestly, we've been talking about this a lot, like as cast members too, about like what they could be adding or changing with even Edge, because like I said, our like Hollywood is just going under so much change right now,
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
I'm hopeful that that change will like apply to the areas that aren't necessarily like being constructed, undergoing necessary construction.
Yeah.
But like you guys brought up a good point too, with like Launch Bay, for example, because that impacts Star Wars and what characters are going to go where and how that's going to work. Because we also need to have a visa. Like if we lose Vader visa, visa's going to have to be somewhere else in our park. So who knows what could
Yeah.
happen. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do.
There's room there to expand Galaxy's Edge as well. Like they could
Oh
expand right
yeah.
there.
Oh,
Like
for sure.
Mhm.
yeah,
sure.
like
Cast members
behind.
don't need.
I
a
mean, there's
parking-
also just
No,
yeah,
they do.
right. There's just also underutilized areas too
Yeah.
that could have
Yeah.
even more to them. Which I understand why it's challenging with Florida, like we brought up, with how the
Yeah.
crowds we get around here, but
Mhm.
you know,
Yeah.
I feel like we can make it work. I don't know.
Because
We'll see.
I feel like there's that bit between Galaxy's Edge and Toy Story Land where there's that transition
Yeah.
into the lands where
Oh
they
my
could
god! Don't
do
even
yeah.
get me started.
No,
on
no,
that.
no, no, no. But I'm
No,
saying
no,
We
like
have
no, no.
you could
construction
easily
going on
like
there right now.
make
Yeah, no,
but
there's
you could
walls in that area
Ooh.
right
but
now.
you could easily like make like a path and do like
Yeah.
something that's like beyond Black Spire Outpost but still on Batu.
Yeah, no,
Like
I don't
in
know
that
why
section
there's
behind
walls
there.
there right now, but I'm interested to see why there's walls right there.
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
they need a Vader meet and greet next to a Zerg meet and greet, and that should
That
be
would
like
be
Oh
amazing.
my god, that would be so
Transition.
funny.
That would
Vader
be really
meets
funny.
Zurg would be fantastic. With
I
Luke
really-
Buzz.
I'm curious about like with Launch Bay going away at the East Coast parks. Like I'm curious about what they're going to do with like our Launch Bay area, because it's depressing to walk in there. They sort of took it down and deconstructed it back in like 2021, I think. And so the it's just very sad because like it used to be a full-on launch bay. We had models on display, and you know there still are areas where you can go meet Darth Vader, Boba Fett. They just reopened those, but when you walk through, like the store is gone, the displays are gone. The Galaxy's Edge model sits in a corner by itself with nothing else.
Katrina, you're
around
making me
it.
depressed right now. What?
It is like this
Oh my
sad,
God.
weird liminal space, and I'm just like, I need this to come back and be something, because like that building itself, like maybe I'm just being an over-attached Disney adult, but that's where the original
dare you.
carousel.
I think you're in a safe space.
That's where the original Carousel of Progress was, and so I'd love to see that space utilized, because
I'm gonna
it's a ghost town.
pitch something right now for you. I'm gonna pitch something right now for you, Katrina.
Mm-hmm.
Bring back the People Mover to your Tomorrowland.
Oh,
That's
seriously.
what we say. We
That's
all
the
want it.
best ride.
Yeah. Bring back
I want a
People Mover to your Tomorrowland, and you can make Launch Bay the hub for your People Mover.
Every land
Yes.
should have a people mover. It's
Absolutely.
just so lovely. And you just get such a great view of it, of the
Mhm.
park. It's so
Yeah.
lovely.
I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, that's what I would do if I was with Imagineering. I'd be like, we need to revitalize People Mover.
Yeah,
We're
I
not
know. I
doing-
fully agree. It's pretty much the number one thing we talk about over on the West Coast with that
And-
park is like, where is our People Mover? We
And-
always look up just sadly at where it used to be, and it's such a bummer.
And you make the first floor all about People Mover by making a store and you sell People
Yes!
Mover merch.
like a little museum. Like I
Make
think
it
they underestimate how
Transit
excited
Authority.
people are for this. Like
Mhm.
the thing about
Higher
Disneyland
end Disney.
that makes it so special is that was the park that Walt built. You know,
Mhm.
like it's the OG. It's the park that Walt built,
Yeah.
but it's a piece of history. It's a piece of American history,
Oh.
and I think that if they had more faith in leaning into that and not thinking like, oh, people will be bored by this, so we need to, I don't know, put some more Avengers in this space or something, or more Star Wars here or something like
Yeah.
that, so people will like it more. I feel like there's such a big market for that, and you know, we just want our darn People Mover.
I
I
ride
think-
People Mover all the time.
Yeah, I think
I just-
Disneyland in general tends to underestimate how many
Mhm.
adults love going to
Yeah.
Disney.
Mhm.
And so like I'm gonna be real. Adults love museums.
Yeah, we do.
Me too. Me too.
We love being like part of history. I went to the Walt Disney Family Museum recently up in San Francisco. Yeah, I had a great old time, man. They have the original Disneyland model is on display there, like all the miniatures and like all of these little things that Walt used to collect and all. Like it was just so cool. And the that camera that they I think it was Snow White that they filmed it on, that revolutionized how you did cell-based animation, is right there on display. It goes through like 2 levels. It's a 2-story camera, and it's just so cool to look at. And I feel like they just don't have faith in the fact that like people are genuinely interested in that.
Yeah.
When I heard they put the Fantastic Four in Tomorrowland out there, and I'm like, that's genius because it's future.
No, it is.
Yeah.
Make it the Fantastic Four people mover.
And I mean, they had the Incredibles there too. Like that's retro futurism too. Yeah.
I think the other thing too is how important nostalgia is nowadays.
Yeah.
Like with all this, like anybody before the year 2000 is super nostalgic. That's why like retro sells super hard and like coming back like harder than ever nowadays. And like I think that's actually why they went with Monsters Inc. for Hollywood Studios instead of something newer, because they were like the adults that we're attracting now are going to want to relive this moment from when they were younger.
Yeah,
I still think they should have kept the Muppets, but that's just me.
Well, I mean, the upside is we're here.
I know.
There's lots of other Muppets things opening, so hopefully we'll see like that courtyard come back to life.
Regal Eagle is an amazing Muppet themed experience while I'm eating barbecue. So that's it for us. Anything else before we go?
I hope someday soon, Faye, that you get to go to Galaxy's Edge and that you have like 2 days to do Hollywood Studios or Disneyland, whichever one you choose, because you're gonna want one whole day, just there.
Yeah.
I'm probably planning to try to get that trip combined in with the trip out to LA for Star Wars Celebration.
Yes.
Because I'm more familiar with Disneyland Anaheim anyways. So
nice.
That way I can just go. That's where my family usually goes anyways, because that's where my dad actually proposed to my mom.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah.
Oh.
Amazing. Well, thank you all for joining me. Tonight was a lot of fun.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Please follow Lauren at Hops Geek News. Please follow Brandon, CloneForce99. Follow Allie. Follow Faye. Follow Catrina. Follow all of us. Interact with us on socials. Check out each other's content. Please follow us on Instagram, Threads, that other place that we don't really talk about, Blue Sky, those places. Yes. Katrina everywhere, at Allie Andrews.
That's not my app, but close enough.
Sorry. Yeah.
You're good.
Hops
no,
Go ahead.
Yeah. I will say though, like, honestly, just like, because like I started this whole conversation being like, I basically live there now. To like bring it full circle to like how we kind of started that conversation. Honestly, the next time like anyone goes, I know if it's your only time on BadTube, go crazy, do all the things you need to do. But honestly, if like you've been before, like spend some time sitting around or just even standing around, like, or maybe like go up to Vi for once or up to Ray for like there's just like try something new. Like I just, the amount of like cool unique moments and like unique experiences I've gotten to experience, honestly. And we didn't even talk about the stage show. Like go watch the stage show. Like some of those lieutenants are hilarious. They are like my favorite. Like,
oh my gosh, the one guy that's like gone viral and stuff is super hilarious.
Like, honestly, they're hilarious. I love them. No, I could like gush about Edge for so much. Like I said, it's like my second home, especially on this program.
Yeah.
I just think there's just so much to experience. You might think you've experienced everything there, but like there's just so much packed in. And as much as we talked about what we hope they could add, from someone who's been there like every day of their life, there is a lot you probably haven't experienced there that you could experience.
And I do want to say that I do want to drive that point home before we leave. It does feel like home. It does feel like home. It does.
It does.
Yeah.
It's like a second home.
Yes.
So yeah, that's it for us. Thank you all for joining me. I'm going to be hanging out in Discord after the show. Please join us there. But other than that, that's it for us. No live show next week, but we'll have one the week after with Faye talking about Dragon Con. So excited to hear about that. So, and then we're going to start Peacemaker over again. We're going to start our Peacemaker coverage again. So, are they on Earth X? Who knows? So, anyway, that's it for us. Have a good one night, everybody. Goodbye.